to the National Center for Coatings Application, Research and Education, CCARE. We're excited to have come to this moment, and we appreciate that you have joined us for it. I'm Matt Leonard with the Halifax County Industrial Development Authority, one of the sponsoring agencies for CCARE, along with the citizens of Halifax County as represented by the Halifax County Board of Supervisors and the Virginia Tobacco Indemnification and Community Revitalization Commission. That's just a very short list of those who have helped to create this unique facility. And this morning, we will recognize them and the many other people and organizations without whose contributions CCARE could not have been built. Very briefly, those include our state officials. State Senator Frank Ruff is here. Thank you for being here, Senator. Our Halifax County Board of Supervisors is represented here. Thank you for all the supervisors who were able to make it. We have Virginia Tobacco Commission members here. We appreciate their taking the time. We know they're busy. South Boston Town Council members are here. Thank you so much. Industrial Development Authority board members are here. Appreciate you all being here. We have members of the VEDP, the Virginia Economic Development Partnership, members of the Halifax County Public School System, Workforce Development, the Chamber of Commerce is represented, and the Southern Virginia Higher Education Center. And we greatly appreciate any and all of you who have come here today. It means the world to us that you've been here, and it means the world to us that you have been a part of this from the beginning. Without all of you being a part of this and supporting the efforts, this wouldn't be here today. And now let me introduce to you the Deputy Secretary of Commerce and Trade for Rural Development, Mary Ray Carter.
Thank you, Matt. Good morning. Senator Ruff, it's always good to see you, especially outside of the General Assembly. On behalf of Governor McDonnell, I'm honored to be here to celebrate the opening of the National Center for Coatings Application, Research and Education, known as CCARE. A one-of-a-kind coatings facility, CCARE will serve this community by offering valuable workforce training and education, research and development, adoption of new technologies, and process engineering. CCARE is significant as it will attract new advanced manufacturing companies while supporting existing manufacturers. This project represents a commitment and collaboration at its very best. A great team came together to make this possible, and CCARE will benefit the entire tobacco footprint and the greater region. This project would not be possible without AWFI, who will staff the facility. As a leading expert in coating technology training and process engineering, AWFI is a welcome partner, and thank you. In addition, the center will enable AWFI to expand their business model into the aerospace and automotive industries with the latest state-of-the-art coating application technologies. The Coating Center represents a unique public-private partnership, and I'd like to commend all of the players that have been involved, including the Halifax County IDA, the Riverstone Energy Center, and the Southern Virginia Higher Education Center. I'd also like to recognize the Virginia Tobacco Commission and the Halifax County Board of Supervisors for your valuable assistance. I am confident that CCARE will be a tremendous asset to Halifax County and the surrounding region, and will add to Virginia's prominence as a leader in advanced manufacturing. Thank you for having me here this morning to take part in such a momentous and special occasion. Congratulations.
Thank you, Deputy Secretary. I mentioned earlier, and the Deputy Secretary mentioned how important the Tobacco Commission has been to this process and important to the region as a whole. We have a number of representatives from the Tobacco Commission here. I've seen Ed Owens, thank you for being here. Senator Ruff is also a member of the commission. Neil Noyce just snuck in. Thank you for being here. And today we'll have some comments on behalf of the Tobacco Commission from Mr. John Cannon.
I'd like to welcome you all to Southern Virginia and to Halifax County, one of the counties in the Tobacco Commission's footprint. I'm excited to have the opportunity to help you showcase the assets that you're seeing here today that have been funded through the Tobacco Commission to the tune of $20 million. Money spent for a common focus between the Southern Virginia Higher Education Center, the Innovation Center, and Riverstone Center, the initiative that you see here today, showing the Tobacco Commission's leadership to revitalize the economy of Southern Virginia. I can't help but say we need to recognize Mr. Ed Owen, who is the chairman of the Southern Virginia Economic Development Committee, who made most of this possible, along with Frank Ruff and along with Mr. Neal from the Tobacco Commission. Without those guys, we wouldn't be here today. Thank you. All of those assets have the same mindset: to provide us with a true one-stop concept for advanced manufacturing and education of the workforce in the 21st century. These two facilities that you will be visiting are joined together at the hip to provide that synergy. I'm going to try to explain what all these different acronyms mean and how they all tie together, because it gets confusing, but there is a focus, and it is coming true, and we've got it nailed down good. In this building is Riverstone, and is housed the Modeling Simulation Center of Excellence, and CCARE, which stands for the Center of Coatings Application, Research, and Education. We just refer to it as CCARE, both under the direction of Dr. Doug Corrigan. Approximately 3 miles away from here is the Southern Virginia Higher Education, and it is the R&D Center for Advanced Manufacturing and Energy Efficiency, and the educational arm to provide the career pipeline from learning skills to a 4-year degree and beyond. Both of these are under the direction of Dr. Betty Adams. Those of you who signed up for the symposium sections will see this facility. I suggest while you're here, if you haven't signed up for the symposium, to please do so. You do not want to miss what's going on in the Southern Virginia Higher Education Innovation Center and CR&D. You just need to see it. It's as magnificent as what you're seeing here today. After many years of research of the 21st century jobs needs and the visionary leadership of these three organizations, we have put in place what we feel would be the best path to meet the current and future demands for education, engineering, and advanced manufacturing. These are closely configured to provide for the needs of other emerging manufacturing initiatives such as CCAM, Commonwealth Center of Advanced Manufacturing. I like to say that's Rolls-Royce. That kind of tells everybody what really is all about. And they are here today. All of what you see during this week came as a result of that vision, much akin to the RTP Research Triangle Park in Raleigh, North Carolina, where they also had a vision. And by the way, RTP also stands for Riverstone Technology Park. And we also hired the best architect they had there to design this building, O'Brien Atkins. So we kind of covered all the bases here. So we brought North Carolina in for this type of building, which is magnificent. It truly turned out to be what we expected it to be. But we too are realizing the fruits of our vision. What these assets accomplish us is taking an idea from the design conceptualization in the R&D stage, which is in the other building, to the engineering and model simulation assets to provide validation of that process here, to the advanced manufacturing using the most modern CAD/CAM equipment and the most up-to-date software available, which is a real important asset. We also have in place the most important asset, which is strong human capital on the applied side, all the way through the highly entrepreneurial employees of CCARE in the Coatings Center, which is the final touch of manufacturing. The bottom line here is job creation. We are most proud of what we've accomplished and hope that you will prove it beneficial and be some use to you when you leave here after this week. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Cannon. Both of our speakers have referenced the Commonwealth Center for Advanced Manufacturing. We're fortunate today to have the President and Executive Director of the Commonwealth Center for Advanced Manufacturing, known as CCAM, Mr. David Lohr.
Thanks, Matt, and good morning to everyone. I see a lot of very familiar, friendly faces here today. It's nice to be with you. On behalf of CCAM, our Board of Directors, and our growing list of industrial and university partners, I want to congratulate you, each and every one of you, that have contributed to today's grand opening of the National Center for Coatings Applications, Research, and Education. In my view, CCARE, combined with your Modeling and Simulation Center and the R&D Center for Advanced Manufacturing at the Southern Virginia Higher Education Center, strengthens your region's position to support the advanced manufacturing industry and its supply chain, and thereby grow jobs. It also enhances the region's attractiveness for new investments in advanced manufacturing and the creation of even more high-tech jobs. Recently, I had a unique opportunity to hear Mr. Jim Clifton, the chairman and CEO of Gallup Corporation, talk about his new book, which is entitled The Coming Jobs War. And in this presentation, he offered a challenge that I think might resonate with this group today. He offered a unique challenge to communities that want to take advantage of the coming growth in the global economy. Gallup projects over the next 30 years that the world's economy will grow from $60 trillion to over $200 million. But the question is, the challenge is, which regions, which communities are going to be prepared to take advantage of that? And what Clifton's view is people with bold visions, people with facilities like we're celebrating today, with great public-private partnerships, with great workforce development and education programs, are the ones that are going to claim the majority of that $140 million worth of growth. So, in my view, today's event celebrates a vision that you all have created, a vision that is consistent with what an outstanding world leader in the form of Clifton says is essential to attract jobs in advanced manufacturing. CCAM is another example of that going on in the Commonwealth. We're located up in Prince George County on the campus of Rolls-Royce's Cross Point facility. And a little over a month ago, ironically on 9/11, we took possession of our research center. And I have to tell you, I feel like I'm in it today. This room is very much like the 16,000 square foot high bay space that we have at CCAM. We've made a $30 million investment in this facility between the base building and the research equipment that is being installed there as we speak. With the opening of this facility and the opening of CCAM, we are collectively pushing the throttle forward. We're bringing engineering, research, technology, workforce development, global business expertise together to create a game-changing innovation environment right here in the Commonwealth of Virginia. For those of you who might not be familiar with CCAM, our research focuses are manufacturing systems and surface engineering, which of course includes significant work in the area of coatings. So you can see that the mission here, the vision here, and the mission and vision we have at CCAM are very, very much aligned. And I think the two of us together add a critical mass to what we're trying to assemble in the Commonwealth to become one of the world's leaders in attracting advanced manufacturing investment. I want to say just a couple of words about where we are with CCAM. Doug said you all would be interested in where we are. Just a couple of words. As I said, we moved into our building this month. We are rapidly growing our membership. We now have 14 industrial members with us, 6 that have joined in the last month, and we have an impressive list of companies that are lined up to join us in the coming weeks and months. We're active in research already, having deployed over $1.7 million of research at Virginia Tech, the University of Virginia, and Virginia State University. Like your center here, the Tobacco Commission is a great partner of ours as well. They contributed to the building of our facility and are also providing us funding to help with workforce and economic development in the tobacco region. In fact, we are ready to make a final hire in that area. I'll be meeting with that individual on Wednesday in Sheffield, England. And so very shortly you'll begin to see from CCAM activity in working with this region to attract new advanced manufacturing investments. As we move forward with our respective efforts, to me the challenge is quite simple. How do we leverage our collective capabilities and our common visions to successfully bring new job creation and new advanced manufacturing investments to the Commonwealth? In my view, there'll always be low labor cost places in the world where mass production of commodity items can be done. But I believe there can only be one leader in advanced manufacturing and in innovation in that respect. And I think Virginia, with investments like CCAM and CCARE, is positioning itself to be that leader. And I think today represents another great step on that journey with, again, the opening of the National Center for Coatings, Application, Research, and Education. I congratulate each and every one of you on your visionary thinking and wish you great success with CCARE. Thank you very much.
Thank you, David. Appreciate you taking the time. He let me in on the secret. He's going to fly out of here in a couple hours to go to England, so I appreciate you squeezing us in. Thank you. In the same way CCAM is lucky to have David Lohr, we're lucky to have a gentleman here to operate the Riverstone Energy Center for us. Doug Corrigan is a man who came to us with advanced degrees in physics, chemistry, biochemistry, with a history in business, having worked at Oak Ridge National Labs and NASA, and he came here to Halifax County to help us operate and build out the Riverstone Energy Center, and we couldn't be more proud to have him. Dr. Doug?
Good morning. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, David. Thank you, Deputy Secretary. I just want to take a moment here to recognize the students. If you're a student at one of the school systems locally here, Halifax County High School, or another school system, please stand. I just want to recognize you here today. We asked our school system, Merle, Herndon, and some of the other leaders there to put forward some of their best and brightest students who would like to attend the symposium and the ribbon cutting. And the thought behind all of this was we need to inspire our next generation of scientists and engineers here locally. And I believe everything we have in place now, we have all of the tools to do that. And so we're glad you're here, and we hope that you see something here this week during the symposium that inspires you to pursue a degree in science, technology, engineering, or math. So thank you for being here. I won't say too many more comments other than we do have a turnkey solution in Halifax County now for advanced manufacturing, all the way from the initial design concept through modeling and design, all the way through the final coding. Between our collective programs at the R&D Center for Advanced Manufacturing that David Keneally's here, thank you David for being here, and the Modeling and Simulation Center, and now the National Center for Coatings. If you make a part or product of anything, we can support you here in Halifax County and in our region, which is very significant. We're going to be very competitive with these technology assets that we have in place now. I won't say too much more. I'm going to go ahead and introduce Phil Stevenson, who is the president and the founder for AWFI. We're so happy that AWFI came here from New Jersey, relocated their business here to Halifax County, and they've been up and running for a while now. We're just now completing the second phase of our construction here, but they've been working tirelessly with industry, not only to get the center up and running, but also to start working in a process engineering consulting type of mode that they're normally operating. So we thank Phil for being here, and the rest of AWFI as well. We congratulate you on this new center. I'll go ahead and introduce Phil. Mr. Phil Stevenson is the founder and president of AWFI. AWFI was founded in 2000. However, Mr. Stevenson has been active in the applied coating sector for 32 years. In his career, he has managed finishing operations that provided high-tech specialty coatings to the manufacturing industry. Mr. Stevenson has provided manufacturers with process training and new product development consulting services. In recent years, Mr. Stevenson's focus has been on training manufacturers in a wide range of coatings technologies, as well as performing research and development on new cutting-edge processes and chemistries. Throughout his 30 years in the coatings industry, he has recognized the need and value of education. His passion and knowledge sharing in the applied coatings sector. Mr. Stevenson has handled corporate training programs throughout the United States, Canada, and Europe, and has trained over 20,000 workers on coating application technology throughout his career. Mr. Stevenson is the lead instructor and consultant here at the National Center for Coatings Application Research and Education. He's a skilled process engineer, trainer, and developer of training curriculum. He has written many articles for industry magazines and has had a monthly column, Ask Phil, in Finishing Magazine. He is currently also a contributor to Finishing IQ. Please welcome Phil Stevenson, president and founder of AWFI.
Well, good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming. Appreciate everyone being here. 3 years ago, a journey began for AWFI. At a trade show in Las Vegas, a gentleman came up to our booth and introduced himself. He said, "I know much more about you and your company than you know about me." That gentleman was David Keneally from the Southern Virginia Higher Education Center. His vision and foresight set in motion a concerted effort to make this day possible. In addition, the tireless efforts of Ted Bennett, John Cannon, the IDA board, Dr. Betty Adams, Dr. Patty Nelson from SVHEC, and Riverstone Energy Center, the Virginia Tobacco Commission, together with all the contractors who have worked so hard over the last years to make this a world-class facility a reality. Opportunities often present themselves in many different forms. Equipment, technology, and education are major factors in creating success. However, the greatest opportunity of all is to work with great people and to be part of an outstanding community with true values. Truly, the people of South Boston became a deciding factor in AWFI's decision to relocate in Virginia. One of my family said it best: South Boston is a place where I finally feel like I've come home. Many folks ask about what AWFI does. Our business provides training and process solutions for all sectors of the coating industry. It may be applying a new type of coating to the car you drive, spraying a nano coating on the aircraft you fly in, or simply discovering a better way to apply frosting on the cornflakes you eat in the morning. These are all examples of the process engineering and training projects that will be performed in this facility. The greater question beyond what AWFI does is why we offer these services to the coatings industry. It can be said that all good businesses should make a reasonable profit. However, a much greater cause beyond any amount of money is the value of providing opportunity and training to others. The gift of giving others the knowledge and training to become successful is the highest reward AWFI can receive. America needs jobs. Manufacturers need solutions. This community needs new businesses to locate here. This is our time to make a difference. Did you know the #1 manufacturing cost is applying protective and decorative coatings to the product? The average cost of applying coatings to your car can exceed 34% of the cost of the automobile manufactured. Kitchen cabinets may cost more to finish and apply a coating to them than the cost to construct. Manufacturers need real solutions and training to bring business back to America. The Renaissance in manufacturing can and will succeed with a true focus on employee skills and manufacturing efficiency. You have given us an opportunity beyond what we could achieve on our own. To those whom much is given, much shall be expected. We have a huge responsibility to our industry, to our community, and to all who have provided so much to AWFI. I accept that challenge. Together with the National Center for Coatings Application Research and Education, we will make you proud. We will do our part to make American manufacturers proud. To my staff and to everyone here, I say thank you, thank you. They say that the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Today, let's take that first step. Thank you. God bless. Thank you. One more comment. I'm really pleased to see all the young people here. And that's really exciting to me. I didn't realize we would have this good of a turnout. Thank you for coming. I'd like to say there's great opportunity in manufacturing through our programs that we're going to be offering here, some of the apprentice programs. Make sure you talk to us before you leave. Take the tours, and we want to get you involved. But thank you for coming.
Thank you, Phil. And just in case any of you have any ideas, I've already made myself a part of the quality analysis team for the Frosted Flakes initiative. So that I took the last spot. As you can tell, there are a lot of people to thank, and we've tried to thank them all. I'm going to go down the list one more time as best I can, and then we're going to invite those who would like to come up here and be a part of the ribbon cutting. Again, we want to thank the Virginia Tobacco Commission and all the members from the commission who are here, the Halifax County Board of Supervisors, partners at the Southern Virginia Higher Education Center and the Innovation Center, our local contractors who work so hard on this space, J.E. Burton Construction, CCI, and Elliott Electric. I've seen some representatives from those organizations here. Thank you. Lewis Metal Works also helped, and Robert Boatnight, our engineer, who helped us manage the project. We want to thank those equipment and material vendors who have donated to the C-Care facility. And as I call your name, if you'd like to come forward over here and stand, we'll put you on the line of the ribbon cutting. Superfici from Italy, Graco from the United States, Kremlin XL North America, Krautsberger from Germany, Seagrave Coatings from the United States, Rainier USA, Faison from the United States, Mohawk from the United States, M.L. Campbell from the United States, Robotech from Germany, Industrial Concepts from the United States, John R. Lyman Company from the United States, and Kawasaki from Japan. I think you can hear from that list this has truly been an international effort. The reach of CCARE began during its construction. I also want to acknowledge the IDA and Riverstone Energy Center staff who helped make this happen. Patsy Vaughn, Jeff Reed, Marissa Jackson, of course Dr. Doug, Christy Johnson, and Ben Thompson. And Ben is the one coordinating our interns here today, taking video and photographs. We appreciate all of their help. Following the ribbon cutting, we invite all of you to stay, if you'd like, for a tour of CCARE. If you planned a tour, please gather by the CCARE display in the corner, where Phil will give you a brief orientation and then lead the tour.